Alrighty, half the quarterfinal field is set. How did we get here? Well, we got here by witnessing some pretty damn good matches and also some matches that probably should have been left on the cutting room floor, but nevertheless, we got to witness a lot of climaxing from a lot of individuals over a lot of nights. So let's talk about that, shall we? I'm John Reckton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 33 Night 14 event, the B Blocker Wrap-Up. Yes, 4 of the 8 quarterfinal spots are set because it was just 4 spots to be semifinals, and that's not how tournaments work when quarterfinals are involved. So yeah, I decided to watch this at work because it was really, really slow, and I'm glad I did because the undercard, whoo, and the main event was pretty good. Actually, these block matches, at least for the most part, clicked. Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton on commentary. Also do want to quickly say the next 2 events, C Blocka and She Wants to D Blocka action, maybe individual, maybe Human Centipede together, I don't know. So, Kaito, and Oiwa, who apparently has been living in the gym and bulking up, took on Sonata and Doki Doki Morning. Only fans of a certain Japanese band will get that. So, Sonata's arm being mentioned by the commentary team. Hopefully it's nothing torn. Hopefully it's just a precaution. Kaito targeted the arm. I'm all for seeing a rematch between these two, considering it almost went the time limit, and Kaito almost lasted. Granted, it would have been a draw, but nevertheless, Oiwa got fired up and hit a gut-wrench bridge pin. He can master that. That's pretty goddamn good. That's really good. I mean, I don't know if he can do that to everybody. That's pretty impressive. So then a Doki Tope. Missed opportunity. Near falls by Oiwa skull and wins it. So there we are. Tanahashi and Ishii against Mikey Nichols and Fujita. This was fine. The never openweight 6-man championships have never meant less, at least not since House of Torture lost them. Mikey laying on his head after a German and the Cloverleaf won it. So not bad, but just nothing of note. Tanahashi and Ishii just having individual matches was kind of hilarious. Hanare and Cobb against Tamatonga and Tenzan. I'm here for Hanare versus Tamatonga in a series of matches. Have the never openweight title involved. Get it off of Finlay. Get it on to somebody talented that could utilize it properly. The crowd loved Tenzan. Headbutting Tenzan is a bad idea. Strange for Cobb, who you would think would have a hard head. And the overhead chops. Yeah. And Cobb just doing that weird, I don't know why he was sounding like that. And Tour of the Islands, 1, 2, 3. This has got to be near Tenzan's last year, because I know that Father Time catches up with everybody, but when he hits those chops, it's almost like his feet are just saying, we're not going to leave the ground, we're going to firmly plant ourselves in the ground more. I mean, Tenzan and Kojima, legendary tag team, great, lengthy reigns as IWGP Tag Team Champions, and Tenzan, very well traveled and a very good talent. But good, he's in his mid 50s, later 50s. I'm trying to remember. Nevertheless, Eddie Kingston and Makabe. Well, all right. You have Eddie Kingston who will hit hard, and Makabe who can hit hard, but generally has just been coasting. And Makabe is in his mid 40s, I think. Maybe he's almost 50. Against Finlay and Chase Owens, and 10 minutes later, well, that was oblivion on Makabe. I'm not going to watch something with Chase Owens and Finlay as a team. Are you out of your mind? Plus, it's Bullet Club. Why would I care? So, House of Torture, speaking of things I don't care about, against LIJ's members Naito, Bushi, Shingo, and Yota Tsuji. And it was a Dick Steno, 1, 2, 3, sometime later. House of Torture makes me honestly not want to watch anything anymore. By the way, heads up, depending on how the finals go, I'm probably not going to review that much New Japan until Wrestle Kingdom, just because of general burnout on wrestling and stuff in general, just so you know. But if they don't pick a good finalist, I'm going to have even less enthusiasm for Wrestle Kingdom. There are good things in New Japan, but there are not a lot of great feuds going. There's not even a lot of feuds going. And Dick's down and out, which made me kind of laugh. And then Kenta took on Yoshihashi. Not Kenta fawning over Yoshihashi's stick. They feuded over a stick. They were fighting over shampoo. It was the usual Kenta bullshit, even though there were hard kicks and chops and some decent, moves. And then Inside Cradle won it. Yeah. I just, even with the good parts to it, I'm kind of checked out of Kenta's matches. Much like Kenta has checked out of having good matches. So, well, Kenta ends up at 6 and Yoshihashi ends up at 4. At least Yoshihashi is nowhere near contention, same with Kenta. Great Okan against Taichi. A lot of submissions. A lot of fucking submissions in this match. I'm not complaining. Taichi got to flesh out his character more. Or flesh out his moveset more. It was alright. There was arm and choke. There's a lot of mat work. I appreciate what they were doing, but I think they were in the submissions a little bit too long. I think it got a little bit... I mean, there was good targeting, don't get me wrong. And Taichi got choked out by the head and arm choke like he had been targeted before, and he kept targeting the knee. There was a cool spot where they kept trying to target each other's knees in a leg vice figure 4 type thing, which was kind of funny. And it was what it was. Both men end up at 6 points. And then Tonga Loa against Okada. And I said, good luck, Tonga. You're going to need it because he won over Will Ospreay via countout. And Okada's like, oh, you needed to do that? I should have thought of that instead of trying to wrestle him because then I wouldn't have lost. So Okada much more heelish, just bouncing Tonga Loa's head off that goddamn commentary table. Kevin Kelly trying to run. The monitor just completely fell out. And Chris Charlton just disappeared. I think he was halfway back to Tokyo by the time... I kid, of course. What was with Tonga Loa's punches? I mean, there's like, 1-inch punches. It just didn't look... It looked like he could have hit the air around Okada and somehow came in contact with Okada forever. No, oh God, that's so bad. That's so bad. I'm not apologizing, but it's terrible. But he could have just done, hit the air around Okada. It looked, I understand playing it safe, but was he having an off night? What was going on here? Was he just having, what was happening here? I genuinely was confused by it. I had to watch this twice. I couldn't believe it. 10 minutes later, we get, a big old, wine slam for 2. So it looked like Tonga Loa might get the victory. The headbutt, ouch, and then Rainmaker 1, 2, 3. So long for Tonga Loa. I mean, he got 6 points. And Okada ended up with 12, I believe. And then ELP against Will Ospreay. A show of respect at the start. And can ELP do it? Well, no, but they got me a few times on this. I wrote down whose neck will give out first. ELP is selling his neck, and Ospreay's neck is being held together basically with super glue and duct tape. A bad spike DDT, a rope walk moonsault to a pop that hit outside, and then hard kicks because why not? Why not just do that? Hard chops. I don't know why they did an Os cutter on the apron. Stop doing the apron bumps. I mean, I say this as somebody that has humanity and has feelings of humanity towards wrestlers, even if I don't care for them. How about you don't do those bumps and don't shorten your careers? Nevertheless, do cool shit. It's not my body, but you'll cry if you want to. Super kick, so basically sudden death, and then Thunder Kiss 86, 1, 2, kick out, and then a Burning Hammer variation, 1, 2, kick out, back and forth. I don't know why they did the Poison Rana. Really don't get it. Sudden death, and the crowd was loving this. They were roaring. They were losing it. A roll up for 2, a snap Rana variation for 2, and then ELP hit a cutter and hit CR2, 1, 2, kick out. Oh, they got me there. And then Os cutter times 2, and then hidden blade for 2. What? And then the Tiger Driver 93. The one where he dropped Omega on his goddamn head. And it was so safe. It was not safe. It was not safe at all. But Ospreay ends up going into the quarterfinals, and ELP just misses it. I believe ELP had 8 points. I think Ospreay had 10. So this pretty much was a tiebreaker. Whoever won would have ended up, because both were, both were at 8. So yeah, would have ended up like that. If ELP was at 6 points, I apologize. It's just some of these point totals are hard to keep track of. And I was trying to listen to the announcer. I was trying to listen to the commentary. And I was also doing this during breaks at work. So, yeah, the Tuesday, Wednesday shows, maybe together, maybe separate. We'll see. We're almost done. We're almost done climaxing, folks. Yay. We're going to need a lot of rest. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Replin. I'll see you soon.